the general information I have on the Louisiana Sinkhole, and I've been watching this thing for a little while with curiosity, and wow, I mean, this thing keeps changing every day, and how far it's going to go, that's also anybody's guess, because the information that's coming out, leaders on the project here to probe what this sinkhole is are even admitting that they don't know. They've consulted with a lot of experts around the world who've studied this type of thing, but apparently this is really unique. And so that says something about the Gulf of Mexico region itself. And if you study that area, the part that's on land and how it extends under the water, with kind of the center being the Mississippi Delta, but it's a large area, and it's very unique. I had asked the question before and nobody responded yet, about the age of the seafloor in the Gulf of Mexico, and it's quite old. It's quite old. Not as old as the Mediterranean, by comparison. It's Gulf of Mexico is probably around 150 million years or more that the seabed has been there, and it would be a pretty good assumption to say that that means that it was also covered with water, although it's not, it doesn't guarantee that. Definitely the coastline has changed. We've had a rising of the sea level, so that means that many thousands and possibly during the millions of years ago, the coastline went way farther out, a few hundred miles at least. So I'm talking about this history because that's how the features of the land and the underground were formed. They have a lot of these pockets which are hollow, and they either get filled with salt accumulation or other minerals, other gases, because some of it just comes in from the ocean water. It's like saltwater intrusion and brine, and although some of it comes from way deep underneath, like in the magma chambers, and gas will vent up into there. So they talk a lot about methane that might be in large quantities. But again, they don't really know what's going on, and they're looking at something this unique. And to be able to predict what it's going to do next, they don't know. The depth has been measured recently, and now they're saying it could be over 750 feet deep. So when you look at it, you know, this thing's, I don't know, about 500 feet across. It's you know, filled with water to the surface, and there's trees around it where it hasn't collapsed in yet. So you see this surface of the water, it's actually deeper than it is wide. So it's quite a sinkhole. You know, it just, when you get to the edge, it mostly it's like jagged, but it drops straight down. And they've been also measuring like tidal movements. There's tidal ebb and flow on the surface that can be seen. There's videos of this. So that's pretty amazing. That's pretty significant, showing that the water underneath is connected with the larger body of water, if not the Gulf of Mexico itself.